Season 4 of Battlefield 2042 has been out for just over 2 weeks, and in that time I and many others have experienced the ups and downs that have occurred every time a new season of 2042 releases. We get the new battle pass, new cosmetics, new weapons and a new specialist to play with, which in my case always draw me back into the game. But even before booting into the game, I have to try and load the game at least 5 times on my PC before it actually starts up, and then have to suffer through 100% CPU usage whenever I'm actually playing the game as well. There's so many things that are moving in a positive direction with 2042 now in terms of the development, particularly around what they're adding into the game at this stage. And I know a lot of people have been getting back into the game as well, so I can't complain about that either. With the game currently free on PlayStation Plus for a month, and also having been free on Steam for a few days to give people a bit of a trial, I think it's safe to say that the game's in a much better spot than it was even 6 months ago. But for those of us who've been playing from the outset, there are still a number of issues that I don't think have been addressed, or at least to the extent that I would like them to be. They say if you love something, you should be able to point out its flaws and have a constructive conversation around them. Do I love Battlefield 2042? I can't say I do. As of right now, I think it's a solid Battlefield experience, and it can be a lot of fun if you get in there with some friends. That's not to say I'm completely against the game now. I've played hundreds of hours of 2042. I can't say that I've not enjoyed any of that experience. But right now, in the aftermath of Season 4, it's left me with a bit of a weird taste in my mouth. Of course, the drive is there to unlock the new weapons, play with everything and see what it's like, as I usually do with every season, and I know many of us in the community do the same. But I think we've got into a bit of a pattern now where the weapons are put into the game are always a bit too strong, and then they're tweaked in the next update, which comes out within 2 to 4 weeks later. So those of you who have been having fun with the AC9, for example, say bye bye. That's already been nerfed in update 4.0.1, and above everything else, the worst inclusion, the worst issue that I found with Season 4 is Blazko's audio. I'm so happy they decided to fix that in the update we've had recently, because boy oh boy, it was literally haunting my nightmares. I've never felt like I've got tinnitus more than having a constant static sound wherever you go on the map. But it's definitely not all doom and gloom. Let's try and pull some of the diamonds in the rough out of this and talk around what I think is a good thing and what good things we've seen come out of Season 4. Number 1, I actually quite like their new minimap. It took me a little while to get used to it and having the different elevations of spotting, but now I'm pretty much down. And even though I hate Blazko's kit, I do kind of feel like she's a good addition to the game. Although admittedly doesn't really fit my kind of playstyle and is quite situational. Along with this, again, the selection of weapons being added seems to be relatively robust. I'll always cry out for more content, more weapons and vehicles, but it seems like this season's also been pretty unique in what they've added into the game in that respect. With the CAV Brawler, the Sticky Launcher, and the Super 500 Shorty. You know I'm still going to keep playing the game, particularly when I'm playing with friends and everyone else in the community, but I do have to say I feel like this update is a mixed bag in comparison to Season 3. I feel like DICE did a better job with the inclusions they added into Season 3 in terms of the map and the weapons, whereas personally I feel this season isn't quite on the same level. Let me know in the comments what you think about this season, how you're enjoying it, or what you're enjoying more than others. And also any issues or gripes that you've had as well. And as always, it's been an absolute pleasure, thanks for your time, and I'm sure I'll catch you all in the next one.